Hey Tube, how's it going? Mevlin back here again with another Alchemy Stars video, and for this one I'm going to be taking my Uriel to Ascension 3. I've come to realize that I should have made this video ages ago because there's only a couple of hours left before her banner is going to be going away, but if you have Uriel, maybe this video will help you decide whether or not you should be building her. In terms of her role in your team composition, she is going to be one of your converters, but she's also going to be partially a support unit. She does have conversion in her kit, but she also has burns and she also has a damage boost. In terms of conversion, it's all going to be in her active skill. It's similar to Raphael in that it's a reset, it's a global reset. It resets all non-red tiles with a small chance of generating red tiles. It's a pretty good skill, especially if you have a second copy of her, which makes the skill preemptive, but it's a bit RNG. It's hard to rely on this skill because you never know what's going to happen. Maybe sometimes you're not going to get any red tiles whatsoever, and sometimes everything is just going to connect and all the stars align. It's a pretty weak skill though, and as a converter, I don't think she can solo carry your conversion needs. You probably still want to pair her up with another converter, someone maybe like Icy or Faust, or even Charon, just to make sure that you have enough conversion in your team to carry the fight. So I saw this post on Reddit talking about Uriel's probability of changing tiles, and a shout out to CocoFlow on this one on Reddit. Thank you for doing this. He did 50 Spire runs and repeat to test this, so what a mad lad. According to him, a non-breakthrough Uriel has a 12 to 15% chance to change the tiles to red. Meanwhile, once you break through it, it doubles to 27 to 31%, which is pretty huge difference here. So it looks like it's a weighted average. In fact, it's actually lower rated for red tiles because you're not even getting that 25%. Given the 4 colors that a tile is going to change, it has a lower chance to change red because it's not even 25%, unless if you whale and got a max breakthrough and then it goes higher than 25%. So even though her conversion skill isn't like the best conversion skill in the game, it's completely fine. She's still a very good hero because, like I said, she's also partially a support unit. Now, first off, her chain combo is going to be this range, probably my favorite range, the column range. It's pretty easy to hit. It's also like pretty long range, and you can still multi-hit bosses because it's a 3x3. But what's different about her chain combo is that every single tier has a 30% chance to burn up to 5 stacks for 2 rounds. Burn is just going to be a percent damage. It's 1.5% of the current HP, which is great for bosses who have very large HP. Now, aside from burns, she also has burn synergy. So with her equipment skills, every stack of burn increases the fire or orange damage by 0.8%. Do note that it's not an increase in attack. Increase in attack is so much better than increase in damage. And this is 0.8% for every burn. So if you burn a lot of enemies and you have a lot of stacks, this is going to ramp up by quite a ton. And once you bring her to Ascension 3, I think this is one of my favorite Ascension 3 skills because it works real well with the rest of her kit and it's pretty darn strong as well. So what it does is that now at the start of each round, if an enemy is in a red tile, they're going to get burned for 1 stack for 2 turns. So that works really well because now it's so much easier to keep your burns stacked up, and that makes it so much easier to keep your damage buff up with the rest of her equipment skill. And finally, my favorite part in the video. This one's different for me though because I've heard her voice before and she's probably like one of my favorite voice actors. So I was looking forward to this one the entire day, and here we go. So in terms of a debut, we're just going to be doing it here in floor 42 because, like everyone, I'm also stuck at floor 43. That fight is way too much, man. It goes from like kind of easy into super duper hard. So here's the situation where my Uriel did pretty well. Like, this was a really good conversion because, you know, Faust can only change yellow, and the fact that she left a couple of yellow tiles and now everything's connected, like, this is usually not the case. Like, usually Uriel doesn't do too much. The sad part is it doesn't change that blue tile like right at the center. You kind of want to change that into red because that's where you want to be ending your turn. But I decided to showcase this one because Uriel did pretty good aside from not changing the one pretty important tile, that blue tile. But I'm probably too strong for this fight anyways. Like, dude, the difference between floor 42 and floor 43 is just like night and day. And then after 43, everything is like giga easy. like all the way up to 60. You could once you clear 43, you could climb all the way to 60. That's how like the difficulty is like a bit off in this game. So here I'm gonna change to my Jonah. My Jonah is pretty stacked though. My Jonah is max equipment. So I'm just gonna slowly kill this this healer. They're both on fire tiles too, so they're always getting burnt every turn. The burn damage actually not too much here because you know these mobs are pretty low health. So we can't really see the efficacy of burns just because we're not dealing with a high health mob. But I feel like with some of the bosses, maybe like boss like floor 43, if I'm tanky enough, I could use burn damage to like slowly kill the boss. Jonah's skills is up. And I also gotta take Peppy out of that team just because Peppy just doesn't have enough stats, IMO. No, yeah, but sometimes, dude, Peppy just I'm gonna be sad when I remove Peppy. Like having this teleport on demand. It's a short teleport though, but having it on demand is just so good. I wish there was at least a 4-star version of Peppy. The fact that she's 3-star just hurts her so much, man. Here we change phases. I think I changed phase too early. I could have waited a couple more turns, that way I get my cooldowns up. But like I said, I'm too strong for this fight and then too weak for the boss right after it. Dude, look at Peppy, man. Peppy doing work. You just do whatever I want every turn. Let me also know what kind of 3-star heroes you guys like running and gonna regret taking out once you have a replacement. I'm gonna be sad when I remove Peppy. Here we got Uriel back up. Let's see our RNG here. There's a lot of non-red tiles, so let's see what changes. See, like this one is like okay, what the hell happened? I don't even see any change for red. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of red tiles, but like I said, like sometimes it gets crazy good, like at the beginning of this fight, and then sometimes you're just like, huh? It's a bit RNG, like I said. She's definitely not a solo converter. Like if you're gonna be running her in your team, you need another conversion unit. She cannot be your solo conversion unit, sadly. So looking at my cooldowns, we have 1 turn on Faust and we got 2 turns on Jonah. So I'm just gonna be stacking some red tiles, use Faust with Jonah, and then do a big turn. That's the plan here. Yeah, just gonna use Faust here, change tiles, put it on cooldown, but probably going to be taking these green tiles. And next turn we have our Jonah up. All the shields are gone from the healers and the summoner mob, so I don't have to worry about the shields anymore. I could just kill them here. This might be more of a Jonah showcase, but let's see how many burns we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 burns, so that's 3.5% or no, 5.6% increased damage from Uriel's passive here. And here I'm just going to be one-shotting the ads with my Jonah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. So I was looking at the rest of the units trying to see what works well with Uriel, and I'm really looking at Joanie Boom. She feels like a budget version of Uriel, but at the same time, she feels like she synergizes really well with Uriel. The first one is the fact that she has burns in her kit. So with a burn on her kit, that means I'm going to get more damage boost from the equipment skill that Uriel has. More burns equals more damage. But also, her active skill on Ascension 3 becomes similar to Uriel in that now it only resets non-red tiles within this area of attack. So then I could use my Uriel turn 1, and then I could also make my Joanie Boom preemptive once I break through max her, and that way I'm able to change multiple tiles. I'm so tempted to do this, like you guys have no idea. I tend to build a lot of heroes that not a lot of people like to build. Let me know if you guys want to see a Joanie Boom showcase at some point. If a lot of people comment and say that they want to see Joanie Boom, I might just build her just for fun. And that is going to be it for this one, boys. For everyone that stuck all the way through, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.